Hi, welcome to Todd's Tips. I'm Todd Barsness, a full-time voiceover talent, and Todd's Tips is a feature of VO Marketing Pro. Now, if you'd like more information about VO Marketing Pro or anything else related to voiceover, just visit our Facebook page, website, or contact us via email. The links are located here. We always provide these caveats for you to be able to look at, because why we provide them every single time is because I want you to be able to just stop and think and take what I'm saying. As I said, think about it, take a step back and apply it to your specific situation. My situation isn't your situation. Your business is not my business. You don't have the same family. You aren't the same age. You aren't the same gender, all of these different things. And so a lot of these things, I would say almost all of them, if not all of them, pertain to business and can help you, but they need to be applied. And so do the due diligence to just take a step back and apply them. But hopefully those caveats help you a bit. Under Todd's Tips, the name of this video, we've been doing our do's and don'ts. And I have another one today. It is a don't. I don't see a slowdown during the summer slowdown in VO. I'll say it again. I don't see a slowdown during the summer slowdown in VO. In fact, a lot of times in the last 4 or 5 years, I've been busier during the summer than during the regular year.
Interesting.
Just the other day, I heard a well-known VO marketing and business coach talking to one of his students about the typical summer slowdown in voiceover. He was speaking for that person because that person was talking about the slowdown she had. He was also talking as well for the industry as a whole, because he's been in voiceover almost as long as I have, and he's been coaching, a lot of that time. And in general, he was talking about the slowdowns that he experiences every summer. By the way, then I just happened to hear another well-known voiceover coach talking about the same thing. He wasn't going at the same way, but he was just saying how he likes summer slowdowns because there's more important things than just business, and there's family and going on vacations, which again, I totally agree with him. But sometimes I wonder if these slowdowns that people have aren't just an excuse to say, I really like slowdowns. Maybe he does. I'm not judging him, but sometimes I'm a little bit suspicious, as you well know. By the way, this VO coach, the first one that I was talking about, is one that I find to be pretty reliable in his advice. So I trust him over many others. And by the way, it's not our regular coach that we talk about, Bill DeWeese. It's not him. So don't try to make the connection. This is somebody else. I'm not going to use names. I could, but I'm not going to. That said, even though he is reliable and I listen to him and think that a lot of his advice is good and practical, I had two thoughts. And here they are. It seems, I'll start over. I seem to be just as busy year-round, even during the summer months. I just have a busy voiceover business. Second, and this is a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but maybe not so much. It's not sour grapes, but it is a little tongue-in-cheek. My second point is, if he and his students and the industry in general have summer slowdowns, why am I not coaching? And he is. After all, let's put those numbers up there. What's wrong? You laughing at me?
I wasn't expecting that.
Well, sometimes I just think, okay, so you're giving all this advice, and yet you're talking about slowdowns. I don't have slowdowns very often, especially the last 4 or 5 years. So I don't know if you can see these very well. Demond, we'll just be casual here. Just a production note. If we need to superimpose these, we can just do that. And you can keep them up there.
It could be up on the screen. It could be on his screen too, while we're talking about him.
Yeah, so I can just talk you through this. You don't have to necessarily see our faces. But this is my summer slowdown. So 2019, you can see that I made $231,000 that year. I'll use my little pointer. That was what I totally made. This is what I made during the summer months, 3 months, June, July, and August. That's 25%, so that's perfect.
How much is that number, just so people Because it's probably on the screen. You
$56,531, and I rounded up for all of these. I don't know if I rounded up.
Like by the cents, not by the dollar. Not.
No. I know that like this is rounded down, this is rounded up, but they're within a few $100s at the most, especially with the big numbers, my yearly income. So 2019, 231,000. My summer months was 56,531, and so that was 25%, which is exactly what it should be.
Quarter.
If you're doing, year-round totals. So it was perfect. There was no slowdown. My point. 2020, when I made $329,000 for the year, $93,024 in the summer months, the 3 summer months, and that accounts for almost 30% of my income.
Once again, for some people, not that this is bragging or anything like that, because I don't make anywhere near that amount, at least right now. But that's probably close to the top 1%, just your summer, making more than most voiceover. Right. And once again, it's not bragging. It's just the truth.
No, what I'm doing this for is I'm trying to, what I harp on a lot is people being transparent. And so I try to be very transparent. It has nothing to do with bragging. It just has to do with, can you trust me with what I'm telling you? And so I give you my numbers. That's the whole reason.
And once again, those aren't coaching at all. You don't do any paid coaching.
Demo production, no editing. This is all voiceover work. 2021, I made $319,000, rounded down, and rounded down 98,036 came from during the summer months, and that was 31%. So almost a third of my income came during the summer months. Yeah. So I had a big 2021. And then this last year, I was down to 24%. I made $331,000, $79,406 in the summer months, June, July, and August.
What a slowdown for you.
And 24%. So that was my lowest just this last year, even though I made the most that I've ever made. And this month of June, I think I got up to a little over 24,000. So I'm gonna have to go here, and it might be a slowdown this summer. I don't know. But it's not a typical slowdown for me. I guess that's my point.
Are you done with that?
I just had a couple of things.
I was just going to ask a question with that. I was just, go ahead.
Pertaining to the numbers?
Yeah, just to the whole topic.
Okay, let me just finish this and then you can ask away. Mm-hmm. Here's the reason I think that I'm confident, and I don't think. It's the confidence I have consistently made a minimum of 24% of my total yearly income during the summer months is first and foremost, and I can talk about lots of things, but first and foremost, it is direct email marketing. Persistent, patient, persevering, direct email marketing. It keeps me steady for the most part. And so that's just a little bit of an advertisement for direct email marketing, along with, this topic. So I don't typically have any kind of a slowdown during the summer months. What was your question?
My question was, and this is not to call out, I'm not trying to call out the coach or anything like that, because it could be true, but is it at all possible that when somebody says, hey, what's going on, coach? Like if I were to say to you, Todd, what's going on? The summer months are slow, or the winter months are slow. Yeah, everybody has slow months. Everybody, usually the winter's really slow for me. Could that possibly be, and the coach better than I do. I don't even know who you're talking about. Is that at all, kind of sugarcoating it sometimes, so that then the people who are using the coaching, they're maybe not using that person's coaching to the fullest. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not doing everything that they're teaching them to do. And so throwing I'm just slow because it's the summer. Oh, it's a Band-Aid. It's just slow because it's such and such.
Everybody has slow months. It's not because of my coaching or any kind of deficiencies. Everybody has it.
Yeah,
so mine happened to be slow in the summer. And so
to me, that could possibly be just, I even have slow summers.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you should try and find out why you have slow summers, like you were saying, and find a way. Yeah. That's just, I'm not trying to, like I said, I don't know, and I'm not trying to call them out.
No.
But sometimes I wonder if people can get caught up with, oh, good, other people have slow, instead of saying, well, what can I do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Either, focus on their coaching more and make sure that I'm doing everything that they're telling me to do the right way, or is that the right coach for me? Or am I just wanting to hear that so that it makes me feel better about, oh, that's okay just to have a slow.
Yeah. It's not to try to discourage you that I don't have typically slow times. It's more to encourage you that you don't necessarily have to have slow times. Everybody has slow times, but like you said, slow is somewhat subjective.
Yeah, sure.
And it as long as it's not, as long as you know why, maybe somebody says, you know what, I'm going on vacation with my family for 2 weeks, and that's probably going to hurt my summer months.
Slow. Yeah.
Then if you can go, this is slow, this is the decisions I've made, why I'm slow, and you can have that golden thread to know. But if it's just simply, I have slow, you have slow, industry has slow, we all just shrug our shoulders and feel good about ourselves, I think if you don't know why you're slowed down or why you have slowdowns any time of the year, then it's important to kind of figure that out. And that's where I think a good coach can help you. It might not be performance coaching per se. It might not be technical stuff. A lot of it is mindset, and it's kind of being able to kind of get into people's heads and find out, so why do you have slow times? Let's talk through your processes. Let's talk through your mindset. Let's talk about how you think about business and different things like that. And I think that would be
just
very
not
helpful.
letting people use that as a cop out.
Yeah.
Either to give their coach a pass and say, oh, well, he has slow times too. Maybe think about that. And to not give yourself a cop out that maybe I'm not doing everything I should to make sure I'm not slow. Unless, like you said, you're specifically wanting it to be slow.
Right.
And that's fine.
That's fine.
So
do you.
Yeah. I'll keep working.
Thanks a lot for joining me for Todd's Tips. And if you'd like more information about VO Marketing Pro or anything else related to VO, the links are listed here.